Hello and welcome to Chair Yoga. My name is Debbie, and this class is brought to you by Family Care Health Centers in St. Louis, Missouri. Please remember to listen to and respect your body and only move in ways that feel safe for you. You do not have to do anything I say. You can pause the video and take a rest. You can do it in increments. Please modify in any way that you need or want to make this practice accessible to you. We are going to be using a block today, so if you don't have a block, you could try a thick book. That would be helpful. And then we're also going to be doing some wall sun salutations and wall push-ups. So make sure you have access to a wall so that you can play along with us. All right, let's take a minute to get centered. So find an easy seated position. Reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling as you soften the shoulders down and back. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. And just take a minute to notice how you're feeling today, how your physical body feels. Notice how your mind is doing today, and allow the thoughts to slow a little bit as we come fully present into this moment, into this sacred time that you've carved out for yourself today. Thank yourself for that. Thank yourself for this gift. And if you'd like to set an intention or a dedication or a mantra for your class today, please take a moment to do that. Just notice the breath as it flows in and out through the nose without any effort to change it at this moment. Just allow your attention to land on your breath just as it is. And then gently blink open the eyes. We'll do a few rounds of lion's breath. So we're going to inhale both arms up by the ears, and we're going to take an audible exhale. So you're sticking your tongue out and you're sort of hissing like you're a lion. And as we do the exhale, the arms come to cactus arms. So it looks like this. Inhale the arms straight up by the ears. So the arms extend up by the ears on the inhale, and the audible exhale, they go to cactus. Couple more. And then just rest the arms. Notice if some heat has built with that exercise. Hopefully, if you're practicing with anyone else, you don't have bad breath, because that's one to spread the bad breath around. All right, so we're gonna just gently warm up the neck. So drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Maybe the left arm reaches down and out at a diagonal, or it can stay on your lap, whichever feels best for you. Feeling the sensation along the left side of the neck. Stay just like this if it feels perfect for you. Otherwise, maybe gently and slowly move the chin toward the right shoulder, and then the chin away from the right shoulder, keeping the head tilted to the right. And as you slowly move the chin, maybe you notice a little sweet spot along the way that you want to just kind of hang out there for a minute, or you just keep with the gentle, slow movement of the chin toward and away from the right shoulder. Good. And drop the right ear to the right shoulder in stillness again. Bring the left hand back to the lap, and nice and easy, bring the head back up to neutral. And we'll drop your left ear to the left shoulder. Maybe that right arm extends down and out at a diagonal. Maybe it stays on your lap, doesn't matter. Stay here in stillness, or take the chin toward the left shoulder and away from the left shoulder. Allowing all the muscles in the right side of your neck to stretch and release any tension that might be held there. And then drop the left ear to left shoulder in stillness. And bring the right hand back to the lap and gently lift the head back upright and drop your chin straight down to your chest, drawing your shoulder blades back and down so the collarbone area is wide and the chin is dropped all the way down to the chest. Keep with your full breath. And on your next inhale, lift the chin back upright. And we'll take some body circles. So your options here are to kind of just rotate the torso in one direction, or you can keep the spine long and straight and circle the whole torso. So it's either just moving the rib area forward, side, back, side, forward, or the whole torso stays straight. But just keep with your circles, whatever your body circles look like today. Keep the low belly engaged. And as you're ready, start circling in the other direction. Either just moving the ribs or the whole torso. Or both. And come back to a seated position. And we'll take some cat-cow. So flexion and inflection of the spine. So on an inhale, draw the shoulder blades together, arch the back, chin lifts. And on an exhale, scoop out the belly, round the back, widen the shoulder blades, chin drops. And just flow in and out of cat-cow at your tempo. But we inhale for cow and exhale for cat. Couple more. And we'll come back to center. And you have the option of either crossing the right ankle over the left ankle or crossing the right knee over the left knee. And we're going to inhale both arms up by the ears. And on an exhale, we're going to twist to the left. So the right hand comes to the outside of the right leg. Left hand reaches for the left hip or the back of your chair. Twisting to the left, keeping the spine long and straight. Belly engaged. Your gaze can be over the left shoulder, left side wall, or forward, whatever might feel best in your neck. Massage all the organs with your breath. Find the fullness of your breath. And gently untwist, uncross the right leg, and we'll cross the other way. So left ankle over the right ankle, or left knee over the right ankle, or right knee. Inhale the arms up by the ears, and on an exhale, now we'll twist to the right. Spine long and straight. Gaze wherever you feel best. Again, massaging the belly with your breaths. Nice and easy. Go ahead and untwist. And we'll scooch back into chair and just take a full body extension. So reach the legs out in front, the arms up overhead. Give yourself a big stretch. And release it all out. And we'll come to that front edge of our seat, and we're going to take our legs to a wide angle. We're going to lengthen the spine first, and then we're going to come to a forward fold here. So your options are to bring the forearms to the knees and drop the head, letting it hang heavy. Or maybe the hands travel down the shins to find the ankles. And let the head and neck relax. Maybe find a little sway of the shoulders side to side. Letting go of anything that no longer serves you. Let it flow out the top of your head. Just let the whole upper body relax. You can stop swaying. If the hands are on the ankles, go ahead and bring the elbows up to the knees. Take a moment to come up nice and slow. Maybe the hands help lift the torso back upright. We're going to keep the knees to a wide angle, and we're going to take a little side bend flow. So we're going to inhale both arms out wide and up by the ears. And on an exhale, the right forearm comes to the right knee. The left arm reaches up and over. So we're taking a side bend to the right. And then we'll inhale both arms up by the ears. Torso lifts. And then on an exhale, left forearm to the left knee. Right arm up and over. Inhale. Lift the torso back up. Arms overhead. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. And that's going to be our flow. So inhale the arms out wide and up by the ears. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale through center, both arms up. And exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, both arms up, torso up, and the palms draw down through the heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, both arms up through center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, arms up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Draw the hands to heart center on your exhale and just take a minute to lower your gaze, connect with your intention, your dedication, or your mantra. And relax out. We'll take one more with our wide legs. You may want your block in front of you or not, but we're going to inhale both arms up by the ears. On an exhale, we're going to lean forward, bring the hands to the block or the floor, and we're going to just twist here. So inhale, open the left arm out and up to the sky. Exhale, left arm lowers. Inhale, right arm out and up to the sky. And exhale, it lowers. And just find your flow, find your pace, but connect the breath with your movement. So inhale as the arm goes out and up, and exhale as it lowers down. One more to each side. And bring the hands back up to the knees, lift the torso back upright, and we'll just heel toe the legs back parallel. And we're going to take a modified chair triangle. So we're going to swing both knees over to the right side of our chair. And if you want to use your block here, keep it by the outside of your right knee. And we're going to bring the left knee forward. And we're going to inhale the arms up to a T. So the shoulders are squared towards the front of your room. And then we're going to reach the right arm out along the horizon just as far as you can. And when you can't go any further, lower the right hand to your block or the floor, or your right forearm can be on the right knee. And the left arm reaches up to the sky. So this is our triangle pose in the chair. Don't collapse into the right shoulder wherever you are. Push down through the right hand or the right elbow and reach the left fingertips up towards the sky. Notice how that feels in your left side body. Keep breathing. Good. Then lower the left arm and bring the torso back upright. Both knees forward, and then go ahead and swing them all the way around to the left side of your chair. Bringing your block along with you, and open the right knee toward the front wall. Shoulders squared toward the front wall. Inhale the arms up to a T and reach. So we're kind of bumping the right hip back, left hip forward till you can't go any further. Then drop the hand to the floor or the block, or left forearm to the left leg. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Your palm is facing your front wall. Breathe. Reaching in both directions. And then release the right arm. Bring yourself back upright. And we'll play with a little seated pigeon. So you may want your block again if you want to add a little challenge. But we're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee. or the right ankle over the left ankle, whichever fits your body the best today. And we're going to lengthen the spine, draw the belly in, shoulders back and down. Stay right here. So this is an opener for the right hip. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can bring that left foot up onto your block and try crossing here. That's going to intensify the stretch in the right hip. So if you're feeling it plenty with your left foot on the floor, stay there. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can bring your left foot up onto the block. Keep your right foot flexed. Breathe into your right hip. Good. If your foot is up on the block, go ahead and lower it down. Uncross the right leg. We'll take that on the other side. So left ankle crosses the right knee or the right ankle. Left foot is flexed. Spine is long and straight. Stay here, or maybe you bring the right foot up onto your block to take it a little bit further. Just offering options. Please do what your body is telling you to do today. Your body is smart. Nothing we do should cause any sharp or burning pain. Sensation, yes. Pain, no. Think of your intention. Soften that left hip area. And slowly uncross the legs. Set your block to the side for now. We're going to need it again in a minute. And we're going to sit on the edge of our chair. We're going to bring our arms to cactus arms. And we're going to lift the right knee and bring the elbows toward each other, rounding the back. And then inhale, arms back to cactus, right foot lowers. And then left knee lifts, elbows toward the left knee, round the back, drop the chin. Inhale, lower the left leg, arms to cactus, and that's our flow. So on an exhale, we round forward. And inhale, we rise it back up. So flow again, your pace, your breath. Keep the low belly engaged. Let's take one more to each leg. Good. Bring the hands back behind you to grab the back of your chair. And we're going to lean the torso forward so shoulder blades are drawing toward the spine. Little arch in the back here. Lots of space in the heart center. And draw your torso back upright. Release the arms. Maybe give yourself a little shake of the arms, a little bounce of the legs, just softening everything. We've been warming up. And we're going to come on up to stand and bring your block or your book with you. And we're going to stand facing the back of our chair. And we're going to take our block or the book and place it between your thighs. The hands find the back of the chair. The legs are squeezing the block. And on an inhale, we're going to lift the heels up. So we're coming onto our toes. And on a slow exhale, we lower them back down. And that's our flow. So squeezing that block with the thighs, we just lift and lower the heels. Slow, intentional movement. The hands are providing balance for us. Let's take a couple more. Good. So we're going to do some push-ups. So if you don't have a wall available to you, you can use the chair as long as the chair isn't going to slide. And you can do your push-ups with the chair. But we're going to leave the block between our legs as we do this. I'm going to come to my wall. So your hands are about shoulder height and shoulder width apart. So the further you take the legs out, the more intense it's going to be. The closer the feet are in, the less intense it's going to be. So of course it's your choice. But we're going to take a breath in, and on an exhale, we do our little push-ups. So we're going to do 10 of those. So keep the elbows in close to the body. Maybe you push a lot, maybe you push a little. Your choice. We're just trying to build a little strength in the arms. I have no idea what number I'm on. I'm going to do 2 more. Yep, your yoga teacher can't count. Good. So let's take downward facing dog with the wall, with the block. Squeeze between the legs. So the body is making the shape of an L. Knees can be bent here as much as you need or want, depending on how your hamstrings are feeling today. More importantly, focus on tons of length in your spine and letting the heart hang heavy. Breathing up and down the spine. And gently rise it back up, and you can set your block to the side. We're going to come back to stand behind our chair. We're going to hold on to the chair with our hands. And I don't think you can really see my feet here, but we're going to stand kind of like a ballerina. So the heels are touching, the legs are together, and the toes are out wide. So kind of imagine a ballerina here. And then we're going to bend the knees any amount to find a little squat here. Staying in the squat, we're going to lift the heels up off the floor. And on an exhale, lower them down, straighten the legs, and then come up on our toes. Lower the heels, and that's going to be our little flow. So on an exhale, we lower the hips. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, rise it all the way up onto our toes. And that's our flow. So we squat, lift the heels in a squat, lower the heels, straighten the legs, come up on the toes. Let's take a couple more. Good. Shake out the legs. Good. All right. So now we're going to continue to stand in our ballerina stance, holding the back of our chairs. We're going to come up on the toes and take the knees out, bending the knees, kind of lowering into a squat, and then bring it back together. Toes, lower the hips, stand it back up. Toes, squat, stand, lower. Two more. Good. All right, so we're going to come into goddess pose. So the legs go a little bit wider. Toes are still pointed out. In goddess pose or temple pose, we just bend the knees any amount, a little or a lot, your choice. We're going to keep the hands on the chair for balance. We're going to lift the toes off the earth and then lift the heels off the earth. This is a lot of work for the legs, so take a break or skip it. You do what works. Just trying to build some strength today. Strengthen the legs. Strengthen the arms with our push-ups. Good. Go ahead and stand up. And we're going to take a big shoulder stretch at the wall. So I'm going to stand here. And we're going to just stand very, very close like you're going to kiss the wall. We're going to extend the right arm straight out to the right. The left fingertips come to the wall by our left shoulder. And then we just take a quarter turn to the left. So this is a big opener for the right shoulder. Left arm can stay on the wall. It can come by the left hip, or you can take the back of the hand to your low back. Breathing into the right shoulder. So less intense would be lowering the right hand down the wall a little bit. If you're looking, if the right arm straight out to the right at a 90 degree is too much, lower the right hand. Breathing into the right shoulder, softening the shoulders. And gently release the right arm. Come back to face the wall, and now the left arm extends straight out to the left, or it goes down a little bit. If your shoulders are sensitive, lower that left hand down the wall to a diagonal. The right fingertips come to the wall, and we take a quarter of a turn to the right now. Doing what you like with your right arm. Breathing into the sensation in your left shoulder. Good. Gently release out and come away from the wall. And we'll do some wall sun salutations. So we'll start out nice and slow, and we'll do, I don't know how many we'll do, but we're going to bring the arms straight out in front. Actually, let's take them high first and then lower to shoulder height. And we're going to step back to downward facing dog. And then we're going to extend the right leg straight back. And then maybe the left hand comes a little lower, and maybe you open the hips up to the right. And then back to warrior three. Bring the right foot all the way to the wall. Right knee is bent. Left foot is at a 45-degree angle. And we try to lift the torso any amount. So this is our warrior one with the wall. Maybe you lift one arm and the other arm, or maybe both arms. And lower the hands back. Draw the right foot back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg straight up and back. Maybe you lower the right hand a little bit and open the hips toward your front wall. And then bring it back. Step the right foot all the way up to the wall. Flatten the right foot at a 45-degree angle. Bend into the left knee. Do what you like with your arms. Hands come back forward. Draw the left foot back. Lower the hips for that one push up. And then push away from the wall. The arms come up overhead. And exhale, draw hands in front of the heart center in prayer. So that's our sun salutation. Let's do it 2 more times. So inhale, arms come up high. Exhale, they come to shoulder height. Step back to your down dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, open it up to standing half moon. And bring it back to warrior three. Step the right foot up. Flatten the left foot. Find your warrior one to the right. Exhale, hands to the wall. Step it back to down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, open it up to standing half moon. Inhale, back to warrior three. Exhale, step the left foot all the way up. Warrior one to the left. And exhale, hands to the wall. Step it back to down dog. Lift it up. Find your push up. Push away from the wall. The arms come up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more. Hands up high on an inhale. Exhale to shoulder height, down dog. Inhale, right leg straight back. Exhale, left hand lowers, heart or hips open to the right. Inhale, back to warrior three. Exhale, step it up to a warrior one to the right. Exhale, release, back to down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts straight back. Exhale, open it up. Inhale, back to step the left foot forward. Warrior one to the left. Back to down dog. Inhale, up for plank and push up. Push away from the wall. And exhale, hands to heart center. I can't even remember if that was 2 or 3. Let's do one more just for kicks. Because I can't remember, sorry. Arms up, high on an inhale. Exhale, the hands lower, down dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, open it to the right. Inhale it back up. Step the right leg forward, warrior one to the right. Step it back to down dog. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, open it up. Inhale. Step it up. Warrior one to the left. Hands to the wall. down dog, plank, push up, push away from the wall, the arms come up, palms touch, and exhale, hands to heart center. Nice job. Let's take a seat after all that wall work. And let's just take a restorative forward fold. So knees can be bent, legs can be straight, whatever works for you. Inhale the arms up and exhale. Find a forward fold, either forearms to the knees or the torso drapes over the legs, and rest. Good, nice and easy. Roll yourself back upright, and we'll just take some big shoulder rolls backward. So the shoulders come forward, up, back, and down. Exploring the full range of motion in your shoulders. And then circle the other direction. Good. Our last stretch is going to be a hamstring stretch. So we're going to scooch over to the left side of our chair. So the right butt cheek is kind of hanging off of it a little bit. And you either just step the left foot back. Here, I'll turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. So if you're feeling it here on your left quadricep, just stay here. The right hand is kind of holding onto the chair. If you want more, you can take a strap or the hand around the left foot and squeeze it up by your tushy. Keep the spine long and straight, breathing into the front of your left leg. And gently release. And then we'll come to the other side. So now the right butt cheek hangs off a little bit. Either the top of the right foot lands on the floor, the right knee is pointing down to the earth. Stay here if you're feeling a good stretch in your right quad. Or you can take a strap around the front of the right foot to help intensify the stretch, or the right hand grabs the right foot and fulfills our hamstring stretch. And that left hand kind of has to hold us onto our chair so we don't fall over. Breathe. Full, deep, even breaths. Gently release out. And we'll set up for Shavasana, corpse pose. And we're actually going to talk about dying in our meditation today. Not really dying, but you'll see. So options are to stay in an easy seated position with the gaze lowered or the eyes closed. You can also lie on your back on the floor or a bed or a couch, or stack your hands and rest your forehead on your hands if you're sitting at a desk or a table. And just make any final wiggles and then allow yourself to settle into stillness, allowing the body to feel heavier and heavier with each exhale. Scan the body. Notice if you're holding any tension anywhere, and if so, make an effort to Relax those places. And I have a reading called Stopping from the book Wherever You Go, There You Are. It's about mindfulness meditation. People think of meditation as some kind of special activity, but that is not exactly correct. Meditation is simplicity itself. As a joke, we sometimes say, don't just do something, sit there. But meditation is not just about sitting either. It's about stopping and being present. That is all. Mostly we run around doing. Are you able to come to a stop in your life, even for one moment? Could it be this moment? What would happen if you did? A good way to stop all the doing is to shift into the being mode for a moment. Think of yourself as an eternal witness, as timeless. Just watch this moment without trying to change it at all. What is happening? What do you feel? What do you see? What do you hear? The funny thing about stopping is that as soon as you do it, here you are. Things get simpler. In some ways, it's as if you died and the world continued on. If you did die, all your responsibilities and obligations would immediately evaporate. Their residue would somehow get worked out without you. No one else can take over your unique agenda. It would die or peter out with you, just as it has for everyone else who has ever lived and died. So you don't need to worry about it in any absolute way. If this is true, maybe you don't need to make one more phone call right now, even if you think you do. Maybe you don't need to read something just now or run one more errand. By taking a few moments to die on purpose, to the rush of time while you are still living, you free yourself to have time for the present. By dying now in this way, you actually become more alive now. This is what stopping can do. There is nothing passive about it. And when you decide to go, it's a different kind of going because you stopped. The stopping actually makes the going more vivid, richer, more textured. It helps keep all the things we worry about and feel inadequate about in perspective. It gives us guidance. And sweetly begin to deepen your breath. Bring some small movement to your fingers and to your toes. And then take that full body extension again. Reach the arms by the ears, the legs out in front, really reaching in both directions. And then soften it all down. If you're on the floor or in bed, bring yourself up to an easy seated position. And once there, we'll all press our palms together in front of our heart center. Taking a moment again to scan the body and the mind, just noticing if anything has shifted, how you feel, and maybe even thinking about how you might benefit from more stopping to be present. My soul honors your soul. I commend the place in you where the Spirit resides. I admire the place in you that is of love, light, truth, and peace, because it's also within me, and in sharing these things, we are united. We are one. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Take good care of yourself.